What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's YOUmedia Miami virtual film podcast. Right, this is our second film podcast. Super excited to have all of you guys here. Before we start breaking down our movie and talking about subjects that we want to break down today, let's all introduce ourselves. Like I said, my name is Vinny, one of the specialists at YOUmedia.
Name is Shamir, one of the instructors of YOUmedia Northside.
Hey everybody, I'm Chantel with LC.
Boom.
My name is Giovanni. I'm a YOUmedia teen.
Hey.
Yo.
All right. So our movie for this week, guys, we got horror selected, voted for, one in the polls, right? And the movie is The Lazarus Effect. Very interesting movie. Before we go on, I know last time we kind of like shared our opinions, but I want to hold on our opinions because I want the juicy stuff to come in clutch, right? So before we do, I want to talk to you guys about some interesting news since last week, right? So last week we talked about how a lot of our movies that we want to watch this week or this upcoming months are going to be delayed, but that might change. So AMC Theaters made a deal with Universal, and pretty much what's going to happen is starting next month, movie times, they call it like this like rest period where 3 months, it takes 3 months for you to get a DVD at home, right? Instead of 3 months, it's going to be 2.5 weeks. So it's a huge change from what it normally is. So if you watch a movie, right, starting August this week, it comes out of movie theaters, we get to watch that at home from 2 weeks from now. So let's just talk about that real quick. What do you think? How does that change the movie theater world, movies, whatever, you know? What do you guys think that's going to happen for you starting in August? Go ahead, Gio. Tell us what you think.
Well, personally, I probably won't need the disc, but I feel like they're probably gonna charge more for like the DVD, like more than a regular movie ticket, because
Maybe.
like a movie ticket's like what, $12, $13. So like they're probably gonna like to buy the new movie disc is probably gonna be like what, $30. But I guess it's kind of worth it. So I was actually telling Chris to invest in AMC stocks because they're like $4 right now. And I was like, yo, Chris, I was like, you should invest in them because like just like 2 years ago they were at like 34. And I was like, they're opening the 31st, which is tomorrow actually. A lot of them are opening up. And so I was like, invest, give it time. So I feel like it's going to be good. A lot of people are probably going to use it. Booming business.
Okay. Given that insider scoop on stocks,
Is
I
not
see.
recommending any of you buy that stock though. Don't try to come sue Gio
Yeah, for real.
if y'all saw y'all money.
That is true. But I mean, it's also not only DVDs, but I believe it's streams as well, like online streams. So like you can watch it, digitally. Like you don't need to buy the DVDs. So for example, like Tenet, that was a movie that a lot of us shared, or Mulan, that we're pretty bummed out that it wasn't going to come out in August. But let's say they do, and that turnaround where it's 2.5 weeks, right? That window where it takes 3 months, you get to watch it at home. And if you get to pay maybe double the price, I think it's worth it. Totally worth it. I haven't bought a movie ticket in like 4 months, so I can spend a little bit more on a movie ticket than usual, or a DVD, or whatever it is, a rental on whatever streaming application. But what about you, Shamir? What do you think about this deal that AMC has now with Universal Pictures?
I'm kind of like, I mean, I'm not surprised. I feel like they kind of have to give in at this point because we're going in quarantine for like, we've been in quarantine for like
months.
4 or 5 months now, almost half a year.
Yeah.
So that's almost half a year that movie theaters hasn't been open. So, you know, they've been losing like a lot of money. Even rumors that they were going to go bankrupt. So I think this is like their last resort. Like, okay, clearly we can't get everyone in the theater. So why not? I think I mentioned this last week. Like, I think I mentioned that they were going to go this route and having people stream it in their own homes for the time being, because we don't know how long the Rona gonna be around, you know.
I mean,
Facts.
I mean, I feel like they should like open them up, like the theaters, but like with the safety protocols in place, like two seats like 2 seats in between each person. And I mean, it's gonna limit how much customers you get, but at the same time, like you have like over 1,000 locations that are closed right now. And yeah, and like there's a lot of people that would like go to the movies now. Like people like are going to the beach now and like not even like social distancing. So like if you go there, like make people feel safe with the proper safety protocols, you know, all the proper equipment, and you know, just the social distancing within the movie theater. I feel like they should be able to reopen certain locations, or you know, a few locations at a time, and just ease into it. And that's how I would probably went about it. I guess about it.
Good. What about you, Chantel? What do you think?
Well, for those that don't know, I think Gio just mentioned it. There are theaters reopening tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we'll be able to go in and actually sit in the theater as of tomorrow.
I need that.
So you're willing to go, Vinny. You're willing to go.
I'm willing to go if it's safe, like Gio said. You know,
what does that mean? What's safe?
I would say like if they have it safe, like you know how amusement parks, they're saying that they're opening it at a limited capacity. They're skipping rows at certain rides or like lines. I would do that. You know, if the seat is cleaned, like I see them cleaning it, you know, I can take my own wipes, clean it if I have to. But if I'm sitting like 6 feet apart from someone in front of me, behind me, to the left of me, to the right of me, and then when the movie ends, we all leave in a, you know, orderly fashion line
formation.
Sure. I'm pretty sure the people working there, it's like, okay, you know, they're not going to be like, everyone rush out. They're going to say like once at a time. They can do that.
But when you get there, like watching, like leaving, I feel like people aren't going to really care how they leave. It's just going to leave. Like people are in line at like grocery stores, like literally 2 inches behind someone.
Yeah.
So like no one's going to really care exiting a movie theater or like going in. And I feel like they just, as long as like they can see that there's social distancing, like not a lot of people are probably gonna follow it, but it's just the thought of knowing that it's there that makes people feel safe.
Yeah,
like,
I
we can
feel
use
safe.
it.
I would feel safe if people are distanced from me. I don't know.
And
I don't know if you guys
to pay the extra money because the pro is you'll be home. So
yeah.
We've all been home lately doing other things that we probably normally wouldn't be doing at home, certain, you know, holidays. So just make it a whole family movie night type of deal, you know? People are still buying stuff. So get your speakers, get your surround sound set up, get the popcorn, right? Make it real. I like that idea, but I don't see myself going into the theater right now because I do know most of those seats are cloth. So you can't necessarily wipe it with a wipe.
Oh yeah.
Wipe the handlebars. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, the handlebars, the armrest. But yeah, I don't know.
Imagine standing in a movie theater. Didn't feel like sitting.
No,
nobody got time for that.
No.
Bring your own chair.
Bring your own chair.
No, that's crazy. Your own big bag chair. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
I have something. Have anybody heard of the drive-in?
Yeah.
So are you guys into that?
No.
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 I'll do it for fun, but not like to actually watch a movie.
I might as well stay
Like,
home.
I do it for like, I feel like if it was like I see how they did it, like now, like it's like this inflatable screen or whatever, but what happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like it just went black.
Yeah.
But like if it was like an inflatable screen, like I saw that they were doing that. I don't like that. I like the old 90s.
Yeah, they're
Like
huge screens.
not like the one that they have like the stadium where it's like this projector screen like on the stadium. You just watch it. I want like the cloth and like
Oh,
everyone like the whole
the
90s setup, the
DIY.
hippie, that little hippie setup.
Okay, so you want a blanket on the floor, and you said you don't want a
Exactly.
projector? Because the ones at the stadium.
Well, yeah, I guess projector. Yeah, I'm talking about like the electronic screens that they had at the stadium.
Oh,
I
you
feel like
don't
no
want the
no
LED.
bueno.
Okay.
No.
Because they're totally electronic. But yeah, they're
Yeah.
starting that. I think they started already. Cars were showing the other night. So
I want new movies.
no cars.
Yeah, good luck trying to see new movies.
Right.
Yeah, they're showing like
You're right. You're right.
That's what drive-in movie theaters are in our generation. It's
Yeah.
old. You watch old movies, except for one. There actually is one, like I think North Miami. That it's an actual movie theater, like just like you would go in a mall, that they would play current movies, but the quality is not the best quality, like the projector.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll move on to our next segment. Since we're a little bit short on time, we'll just jump into the last part before we start reviewing our movies. Let's have maybe share your favorite horror films that each of you might have. We could start off with the ladies first.
Shamir, go.
Oh God. Okay.
I bet.
On the spot. My favorite horror movie.
You want
I have a
time to
couple.
think?
No. I got it. I have a couple. I don't know if I would say they were my favorite, but they were one that I would say they scared me or freaked me out the most.
Good. That's what we like.
One would be Insidious.
Yes.
Oh my God. I think it's
Yes.
3. It's a trilogy, right? There's 3 of them, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I remember I watched that. I watched the whole series with my friends, with my squad, and we were freaking out. Like we were all like hugging each other on the couch because for all the jump scares, a lot of jump scares and stuff like that. And a lot of like demonic activity and stuff like that. I don't really mess with or watch by myself. Yeah, but it was fun. It was just funny because when you're watching horror movies with friends, it makes it funnier because everyone's got their commentaries and stuff like that. So that series was really cool. Other ones I would mention, I think I mentioned it last week, the Orphan. I remember the Orphan. I don't know if you guys seen the Orphan.
No.
But that movie freaked me out. I think it freaked me out more than Lazarus Effect because the plot twist in that was like really good.
Was it the child? I'm not gonna tell anything, but was it the child?
Yes, it was a child.
Watch it, yo.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Just this one. It's a child.
The Orphan.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, isn't it like it's a girl, right?
Yeah, it's the girl.
More.
And like.
Don't say it.
Is there a treehouse scene?
Oh.
I think yes. Yes, there is.
There's a treehouse scene. Oh yeah.
Yes. I forgot
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I've watched it before.
That was good. So yeah, y'all should see that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Other ones. I don't know if I don't know if you guys watch like the old like 90s like horror like Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, like the concept of Freddy Krueger freaks me out.
And
like he kills you in your dreams.
It's because his dreams are lame. He's so insecure.
Or Child's Play. You guys remember Child's Play?
Child's Play.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I will not play with my dolls after that movie. And Scream. Scream's another good series. It's kind of like watching it now. It's kind of dumb, but it's still funny to watch. But those are my favorites.
Scream?
Scream, yeah, the
Oh
Scream
my
series.
gosh. Oh, is that considered a real horror?
It is.
Comedy.
Yeah, those are mine.
What about you, Chantel?
Let's go. Stephen King. I'm such a Stephen King fan. So all of Stephen King's films. Carrie, I think that's a classic horror film. It, the Clown. It's another Stephen King.
The original one.
Yes.
The 1993 one.
The
That
original.
one. That was scarier than the new ones.
Right. I agree.
Think
I was just telling them how I was cracking up because I did not like it dancing. Like they just took it a bit far. He's cracking up all through the film. But yeah, I mentioned Skeleton Key to my colleagues. That's a great movie. Kind of involves a little voodoo, but I could go on for a while with my horror flick.
What
What's
about
the
one?
scariest?
The scare, yeah, number one.
The one movie where you didn't sleep for like
There's
weeks.
none. There is none. But I will say there's one that made me afraid to go to sleep one night. That was The Ring.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, and because I saw that when it came out, so I was if y'all
Yeah,
was
you were young.
yeah, I was young. I was in my mama's house for sure, and I was afraid to look under the cover because she, unlike other ghosts, like I don't know, they seem to appear from certain spaces, but she would come from underneath the blanket, and I don't know, that was scary. It's like you can't hide from her under the sheet.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
Somebody tried to do that in the film, and she went under, and she's like, "Ah."
She got you.
Yeah.
Man, that's weird.
What about you,
you,
Gio?
Gio?
Monster Inc. for sure.
Monsters Inc.
Boy,
They kidnapped
horror movie.
they kidnapped the little girl. They
Scully?
tried to like. They tried to.
you saw the wrong trailer, bro.
Oh,
Oh,
Scully's scary.
I'm just kidding. I would say Saw. Saw is
Wow.
pretty
Oh,
is
it's so
up there. Final Destination was really good when I was little,
Oh.
but now it's like I can't watch it because it's so much gore, and when I look at it, it just makes me like cringe. Not cringe, but
Saw
like
not? Saw is not?
no.
For
Yeah,
real.
those two are like the gore level is just like I just can't watch it. And
Saw?
then the one that I think is the scariest would probably have to be the 13th Ghost.
Oh. Whoa.
You showed me that. You told me
That's
that
a
movie.
good one.
That movie is so scary.
I'm thinking
It has the actor that played Shaggy in the live action Scooby-Doo movies. He's in it. I don't know who else is in it. That's all I know. And it's really scary. It has like a mixture of gore and jump scares at the same time.
Oh, I remember. Now I remember. You did show me that. It was with this guy, and
It's a bunch of ghosts.
it's a bunch of ghosts like attacking
Yeah.
him.
Yes.
And then they
Okay, I
can only
remember.
see it with they can only see it with these
The
special
glasses.
goggles on.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
but if they don't have the goggles on, it could still like attack you physically, and like the ghosts are like super scary looking.
Yeah.
I suggest you guys watch that if you haven't.
No, I haven't watched them. All right. So my favorite scary movie also is horror movie is Insidious. I think that probably scared me the most. Like growing up, like I watched like I also watched Signs and The Grudge growing up, but I don't know. I feel like Insidious scared me more. Like for some reason, I don't know why. I also
Scares, man.
yeah no it messed me up a little bit. I also like old horror movies too. Like I was a big fan of like Poltergeist. I thought it was such a good movie, but it was so bad at the same time. The quality. But if it's not Insidious, my other horror film like favorite is like anything to do with zombies. Anything with zombies is like my thing. But 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later is like my favorite like movie when it comes to horror.
Over Resident Evil?
Yeah, no, I hate Resident Evil.
Oh.
I can't stand
Really?
Resident Evil.
Ow.
The movie, no, I don't like it too much. I prefer
Like the game?
Yeah, the game's better. Yeah.
Is it?
But
Yeah, is it 28 hours later a video game too?
No,
Or am I
28,
thinking something else?
28 days later is not. I don't believe it's a video game.
He
Because
probably
there's a
bought it.
video game that has like a number. I don't know, it could be something else.
And last but not least, horror comedies. You know, Cabin in the Woods. If you have not seen Cabin in the Woods, please do so. It is
Cabin in the Woods.
it's such a weird movie. Like it throws you off at the end, like the spoiler, like just like what happens, like you don't expect it. So
Yeah, it was so weird how they had that movie set up, like with the people underneath the
don't
ground.
don't say it, Gio.
But I'm pretty
Gio.
sure all of us have seen it.
I don't think they have.
If
You
I
haven't
did,
seen-
I probably forced myself to forget it.
I
It's
think
a good movie.
I always used to get confused with Cabin in the Woods and The Wrong Turn.
They're
I
similar.
always used to get confused because it was always like in the woods or whatever, and like
Yeah.
I think
Right.
The Wrong Turn or like the Left Turn or something like that. It's
Wrong.
like these people trying to eat them or something.
Yeah, it's with the like zombie-like creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does
These
Cabin
weird
in the Woods have like creatures?
No.
It has everything.
Okay, cool.
You should watch it. It's not like it's an enjoyable movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I can watch it any day.
Huh? Any
It's a
day?
movie. Any day I can watch that movie.
I gotta
Yeah.
put my list.
Some say. All right. So let's get into it. It's time for our movie review. Chantel got that background. She always just gonna come through representing what we need. Let's actually watch a quick trailer
Yeah.
because it really helps us get into the
The
feel.
trailer spooked me.
Oh, that trailer, yeah, it gives you too many.
It gives us too much.
It gives too much.
Gio. Boy, you close.
Honestly, Vinny, when you shared it the first time, I think I stopped it after the dog scared me. I was like, I don't want to see anymore.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Gio, I'm gonna mute you because you have too much background noise. Oh my God.
Same dream.
Good morning, Dr. McConnell.
Good morning, James.
This whole process started with the Lazarus serum. The goal here is simple, to bring someone back from the dead.
Rocky.
Event 1 in 3, 2,
Rocky.
1.
No effect.
Mika.
Maybe if we up the dosage next time, if we up. You okay?
The Purge.
Paranormal activity.
I forgot that.
If we're going to be asking big
But still,
questions,
producers
we have to
don't
be ready
really
for
like
the answers.
worry about the movie.
Yeah.
But okay.
They don't.
Yo,
Bro, how does she not wake up, bro?
Mario.
How do you not wake up?
That's too
Ow.
much now activity. What the hell's going on?
That's all that.
We're gonna duplicate the experiment.
3, 2, 1.
So, she's been electrocuted. Clear?
Or the fact that she got electrocuted, dude. Like, what the heck?
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lose
like
it.
how?
You're talking
They were doing that all the time.
No.
Yeah, that scene
Yeah,
ruined
that.
in the train. Bro, if I hadn't seen that,
Hey, sweetheart, it's me.
Ah!
Did I just die?
You okay?
I think something's wrong.
You've just been through a traumatic experience.
You need to let your body heal.
that was
What?
It's not Zoe in there.
I went somewhere.
That was a dream.
It was hell.
Zoe, we can help you.
It's too late for that. You have no idea what you've done. But you will.
boom. Evil will rise.
Seen the whole movie just now.
For real.
Literally.
A whole movie.
Good job.
All right. You
All
can
because-
unmute,
all
you can
because-
unmute yourself.
Yes.
Good
All
job.
right. Initial thoughts. What do you guys think? Not all at once.
Let me turn. I'm turning so y'all can see this girl head.
It was decent.
It was decent.
It was good. It was a good. It was better than You or the
The
only
one.
The one.
the one.
We're not trying to compare with the one. This is a fresh
Can't
movie
compare with
review.
one.
Oh well, it was a good movie for the most part. I liked some of the jump scares a little bit. I feel like the acting was really good. I just saw Childish Gambino and I just pictured him from the video This Is America, and I was like, "What's he doing when he off of work, dog?"
This
And
is
then
a
he
mi-
died because he wouldn't give her a kiss, and that made me sad. I was like, damn. I was like, just kiss her, dog.
Right.
But then I was like, nah, that's infidelity.
Well, they're not married.
He
Right?
said, babe, are you okay?
Oh yeah. Yes. That's what was not so clear.
And
That's
I
true,
feel like
because they were engaged, I think, because she had a ring on the whole
Yeah,
movie.
Oh, they were
Mm.
engaged.
they were engaged. They were fiance. Like,
Yeah.
in whatever.
Oh, they just took 8 years to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
One of
Yeah.
those. So I was
I
wondering
saw her
if
wedding.
I could catch Don. What'd you say, Gio?
oh, nothing.
Oh,
Did you watch the whole movie, Gio?
yeah.
Good. That's important. What is
Wow, what was
what is it?
I didn't watch like the last 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Watch the trailer.
So you don't know how it ends.
No.
That's super important.
That's
so-
I
super important.
know.
So
Please spoil it for me.
so what was the last thing you saw?
I saw her kill Childish Gambino, and then that was it.
That's not the last 10 minutes.
That was like halfway through.
The middle of the film.
That's the last thing you saw, her killing Donald Glover.
No, and then when she had the thing against her head, that's the last thing I saw.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. That is the end of the movie.
That's
Because
it.
she puts it on herself and then she goes and puts it.
On him.
No, actually.
No. She puts it on herself, and then the girl,
Yes.
whatever her name is,
Ava.
Ava, yes,
Yes.
Ava was trying to
Kill her.
syringe her, kill her, and I don't know. Should we spoil it?
Yeah,
Might as
spoil
well.
it. Might as well.
So Ava, I guess she eventually sees her, and then they go back to her dream in the
Yeah.
hallway, basically.
Or her memory from.
Yeah, her memory. And then we find out that because remember, she said that there was a fire that killed her neighbors. And it turns out she was the one that started that fire. And that's why she's been having those nightmares. So she goes back in the dream, basically goes to the girl like, hey, you're the only one that could open the door. And I guess, because remember they had that theory in the beginning, like when you die, like where do you go? Like there's supposed to be a door that opens up and your soul goes through it. And because she's been trapped in that dream, she wasn't able to go through when she died. So she basically goes to the little girl, and her little girl self opens the door, and the monster died. Well, it turns out it wasn't even real.
Right.
It wasn't real. It was like a vision or something,
Yep.
a dream. And it goes back and what's the main character's name? I forgot her name.
Ava.
Ava.
Wait.
Ava?
No,
No,
Olivia.
Zoe, yes.
Zoe is still a
Alive.
monster, alive, and she takes her fiance and basically inserts the serum, the Lazarus serum, in him.
On all of them. On everybody, too.
Yeah, on everybody. So
But he wakes up.
A good ending, if when she opened the door, it went back to where they were using the defibrillator on her, and she woke up, and that was like what it was like as for death.
All of that.
All of
Yeah.
that.
okay.
Was like death.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It tripped me out because I thought you think it's over, and then the fire department comes in, and they like hug her, and then it cuts to like a different angle, and then it's back to that, and you see her
that
hair,
blonde hair, that
and you
blonde.
see the blonde hair, and you're like, oh wait, that's not a firefighter, it's her wearing the
like,
firefighter.
her.
So she
Yeah.
like snaps her neck, and then
That
it was all fake.
honestly to me the best part of the film, like the ending. Like, okay, that gave it an extra flair for me. That extra 2 points or 0.2 points.
For sure.
Yeah, it reminded me of like 47 meters down. Remember? Have you guys seen that? 47 meters
Yes.
down, when she thought she saved her sister, and it turned out she didn't. It kind of gave me that vibe, like, wow, this was fake all the time, you know.
They catch you like that.
They got
That's how
you,
they catch you.
for real.
What about y'all? What's your initial impression of the movie?
I thought it was really good. Really cool. I was covering my eyes like for some scenes, you know, because the sound design and stuff like that makes you like puts you on edge, which was cool. The acting, like Gio said, the acting was really good. I think they had a really good cast for this. Donald Glover, oh my God. Like, it makes me want to like watch like all his movies. Like, I forgot like.
You like his acting a lot here, or what? What was it about?
I don't know. I guess I'm like a fan of like his other works, like Atlanta and stuff like that. So it makes me want to go back and like see, okay, what else has he worked on? Because I haven't seen this movie before, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. I had no idea. Oh,
that he was in it. But yeah, the acting was good. The story lines were cool. I'm trying to see if there was anything that didn't make sense. But man, this movie, learned like don't play God. That's the lesson I got. Like don't try and play God, man. Like,
well, actually, being the way it ended, we don't know what's gonna happen once everybody else.
Yeah, it makes me wish there was a sequel. Like, what happened next?
What happens?
So yeah, I definitely enjoyed that.
But yeah, I think pretty much, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really a good, solid horror project.
I will say the trailer, not the trailer, the first, 2 minutes, there's some really, really creepy imagery.
Yeah.
You find that? I'm gonna look
at with the black serum. That
like people like me, that's a problem. I was really looking away. Like, oh my God. Like you should pull it up. Yeah, I'll just look away. But I was like, oh.
Let me see. I'll be pull it up as you're talking.
I'll just look away. But oh my God. Like,
it reminded me of something. I feel like there was a movie or a show that kind of like did that effect. With,
I know what you're talking about. Was it American Horror Story possibly?
I haven't seen American Horror Story, but it might be maybe Venom in a way. Like Venom when the like the chemical would like travel and stuff like that. Kind of remind me of that. Of Venom.
Was
like that.
Evan Peters in American Horror Stories as well as this one?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that was Evan.
Yeah, it's Evan Peters. He's also what movie did he do?
American Horror. He also did X-Men.
Yeah, there we go. Quicksilver. He's in X-Men. But everyone talks about him in X-Men, but he's in he's in American Horror Story. He's really good.
Yeah.
He died with a vape pen. That's bruh.
That goes out to all future scholars. Don't use vaping at class.
Oh, look, I found the scene here. Let me show you what you're talking about.
And so was mine looking.
I'll say that I'm looking away. I'll say that the graphics are pretty good though, right? The graphics are excellent. The visual. Oh my God, the sound too is creepy.
Yes, the sound.
Yeah, like that gooiness.
But this is where
That thing.
this is where David Gelb really shines. He is very attentive to details like this. So one thing I'll talk about that I like, you know, is like you mentioned, it's like he's just subtle detail shots, and I think he's good at that, the director and the cinematographer, but he comes from a background of shooting food and documentaries, and you're always having to use a macro lens
Shots.
or really like high depth of like very high depth of field.
But that was visual effects.
Some of it was visual for sure, but other stuff they shot, like them cutting like fake, you know, tissue, like that sort of stuff, you know, just to keep that like that feel. So you can see that attention, you know, in like that detail.
The first shot too, I believe, is tight. It's a really tight shot, right? We're just looking at tubes or something with, I guess they're about to resurrect.
Yeah, they're like they're trying to bring back the pig, I think.
Yeah, sure.
So you just see tubes and you're like focused on just listening to what they're saying.
But
did anybody believe how they came to come up with this serum? Because I actually read other reviews and they thought it was funny. For some people, all the scientific talk, it makes sense. But for some others like myself, it's just like, you just said mix some eggs and protein and you're gonna stick it in his brain. That's what I heard. But did it make sense to y'all? How they did it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you trying to do your best to understand, but I think sometimes you would understand it, but other times it's a scientist. It's just scientists playing God or Frankenstein, so they'll say a bunch of things. You're just like, okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Just put it all together. Let's put 25 millimeters of C.22 up until 30%, and when yeah.
You get 13 cc's.
What'd you say, Gio?
We get 13 cc's. Stop.
13 cc's.
Stop.
Yeah, 13 cc's. For valve, let's stop at its pressure. Give me the valve. Give me the scalpel.
No pulse. No pulse.
Did you guys? Buddy, who was smoking in there? I found it interesting. Right when they're talking about him smoking, he came up with an idea that will help them resurrect the dog. Actually, that was interesting.
What happened to the second dog that they resurrected?
Second dog. There wasn't a second dog.
That is true. There was a second dog.
The second dog.
There was.
Got electrocuted.
When they got back to the lab to, I guess, do another test. This was right before she died. Zoe died. They got another dog.
But didn't she like scare it off?
Oh, it ran away, right?
She just stood there like taunting him, and he's like, oh, and he just ran.
Yeah, it did. It ran away. He's right. It whimpered away. Like, wah, wah.
All right, then where'd the first dog go?
Okay, then I'm getting confused. That's the first dog that scared away.
Yeah,
the first guy got scared away. The second dog was when Zoe got electrocuted, and they pretty much like never went back to it. Like, you don't know what happened to that dog.
Right. He just went on a road trip. He just totally just left.
Now I'm confused. I didn't.
Because they were like, oh, let's go back to do a second clone experiment, because they were going to refilm it all so that way they can get the credit for creating the serum or whatever. And so he grabbed the dog from the little freezer thing, and then when they flipped the switch, all of a sudden she fell to the floor and she was dead. But never showed the dog again after that.
I feel like they just got rid of that dog.
See, that's not cool, Vinny, because we were attached to that dog in a way.
No, the first dog. We were attached to the first dog.
The first dog, yeah, the first dog.
But the second dog, they already did the experiment, and like once they did it, like the electricity went, like they got shocked and everything. So like, I don't know. I wonder where that dog is.
It's still alive.
That is true.
Roaming the lab. But no, I think the science stuff, like, it wasn't too fake, you know. It didn't feel like
It was believable.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like them saying like, oh, this is a lab, and then it was a grant, and how like they got people spying on them, and then like that whole process. But before, when they were talking all that stuff, like it was believable. I wasn't like, oh, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
This is Chinese, you know, like no, it was, you could understand something, you know.
Yeah, everyone knows what a defibrillator is.
Yeah, okay, you know, but then when they're saying like, oh, when the guy when he
No,
was vaping and he's like, oh, you should try doing this, and you're like, huh?
yeah,
That stuff is just like random lines that they need to add, you know.
right. It's all gibberish. That's my point.
Right.
So
So, what was the budget for this thing?
I would say around 2 million.
let's guess. Yeah, let's guess. You said 2 million.
I agree.
I say like
somewhere
somewhere around there. Nothing like, I wasn't thinking like 10 million.
10. They could have
5.
done better.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 10 they should have done better, but I think it's like 5.
I would say so too, because there wasn't really a lot of like
Good actors.
different no, it wasn't a lot of
8.
like different scenes. Like it was pretty much like all in the
Let's
lab,
talk about that. We're all in the same lab,
same
right?
place.
The
So
whole time.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
I
a
would
couple
say
mil.
2 mil. Yeah, a couple mil.
Couple. Like, I agree with Gio. 2.2.
All right, let's see how much it is.
2.2. The graphic?
Wow,
What?
it is $3.3 million budget.
Gio.
And now let's guess. I already saw it, but guess how
What?
much they made in the box office
Ooh.
total.
76 million.
76 from Gio. What about you,
Great estimate.
Shamir? What do you think?
I'll say 40.
40. And Chantel?
Let's go higher to 90.
90. Okay, so the
Oh.
box office was 38.4 million. That's a lot of money. It's not 90, but
Yeah,
from
it's
30
high.
from 3
From
million
3?
to almost 40. That's a profit in you know.
That's a big profit.
In my eyes, it's a profit.
That's
So
awesome.
that's not that bad.
Not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad. Olivia Wilde is her name. Yeah, I think she got a lot of people to the theater. She's a eye candy for a lot of people.
Yes, she's pretty. You know, you know,
Very
for sure
well
it's
known.
that character that everyone.
Yeah, I think she was great. I think her acting was pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good. Nobody took me out of my element, you know, while they were acting. Everybody's character was
It felt
completely.
all natural.
Huh?
It felt like all natural response.
Yeah, they seemed.
Yeah.
Except the main doctor, that I think that was my least favorite.
Yes, I was gonna say that. So that guy, he's a
Frank?
good actor, but he's like, yeah, Frank. He's not a great actor. He's like more television, I would say, comedic actor.
That's it.
He didn't like sell me on a lot of things, like the romantic, like the emotional like connection with the girl. Like it's like this dude is with yeah. Or like the girl has nightmares every night, and he's like
he goes like this.
He's leaves
He's
her
like,
in the bed.
He's
Leaves
like,
her
I'll
by
be in bed
herself.
when you're
Like,
ready.
what?
I'll be there. I'm like,
Right. Like,
What type of fiance is that, yo?
all right.
right. It wasn't a hug or anything. He's like, it'll get better.
I mean, his acting in the sense of like showing emotion in certain parts were fine. Like he did good when he was like crying when she died and this and that. But I don't know. I think the beginning of the movie was what like it really helped push forward the movie. Towards the end, it was like kind of like slow, but I think the whole setup of them, like the dog, and then they lose the lab, like the experiment, and them trying to resurrect all of that, leading up to like even when she like woke up and they're freaking out was good. It was super good. Like I was in it. I was like, okay, there it comes. Here it comes. What's gonna happen? But I wanted her to be a little bit more evil, like from the jump. It took too long to get. to like where she
Yeah.
was, like over 9,000, like, you know. I think it was like too like kitty at first, like, oh, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, like when she killed Donald Glover, like that was pretty bad, like in the whole closet scene.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Only black guy to die
Oh,
first.
right?
It's
Like,
always like that, yo. It's always like that.
And then
Or the,
Russo.
or the Asian.
He's in a
No.
cabinet. Come on.
There's spikes in the cabinet.
I know. Like, oh.
Oh, it smushed his body. Of course he's gonna pop. That's how it is. Someone's just there inside the cabinet, like pouring. When I see blood like that, I just think of like the
Somebody
actual,
pouring.
like the actual effect of like how they would do that, you know.
And somebody's in there pouring.
So
Faster.
faster. Oh, we messed up. We messed up. We gotta clean it
gotta
up.
clean up. Clean up.
I still see some red. Get it all up.
Anyways,
Okay.
Or how
So-
about the second guy that I think she killed him with, like, he had a flashlight or a pen in his hand.
the
and then she,
vape
like,
pen. It was the vape pen.
yes.
Oh,
So-
Like,
It was he was there like Vape Nation. Yeah. So whack. And then he's like,
You shouldn't have yelled at her because I knew
Yeah.
some. It's you. And then,
it's, yeah.
He's like,
that scene, I didn't like that scene. When she winked at him like,
Yeah, like, I was like, oh my.
it's slow.
I got you. Don't vape.
You know who I am.
Got him.
Got him.
Got you. Blink.
Yeah, that was great.
One thing I do want to ask though, I mean, I already mentioned it a little bit earlier, but this whole idea of like 10% of their brain, right, that we use, but now that she's in the serum, she's using 100% of the brain. Gio, where have you heard that before? What other movie?
10% of the brain.
Mm-hmm. We only use that amount or a small
Yes, and then there's a movie that a person's able to use 100% of their brain, and they're able to do like
Limitless.
crazy.
amount.
Yes, Limitless. That's good.
Oh, Limitless.
Think of a more
Yeah.
recent one, a little bit more crazier with psychic and like strong powers.
Limitless, he would take something.
Yes,
Yeah.
Limitless. He takes something, so it doesn't count.
He takes NCT. This one, 100% of their brain. I feel like I've watched it.
Does she make it to 100% in it, Benny?
I think so. Yeah, that's she reaches 100 and then she like becomes
Okay.
an entity.
Lucy.
Too much. Yeah.
Boom. There we go. So
Um,
that's something I remember. Like I was watching the movie and I just thought of Lucy. I was like, oh, come on, bro. Don't
there's
be
some
still.
truth
I
to
mean,
that.
basically, she had a seizure because that's what using 100% of your brain is.
Oh no. In this one, she didn't had no. That girl straight up
She did. She
Undertaker,
She
straight up
Like,
from the dead. Oh, I'm good now. I just have psychic powers.
So
for real.
back to Lazarus and Rocky. I think that was his name. Lassie. When he was standing over her in the bed,
Oh my
what do you
god.
think they really wanted you to get from that scene? Besides comedy, because y'all like, why she ain't wake up?
I don't know. I think it's still. I'm still trying to understand some of the things. Like
Yeah, it's like holes, but I'll say
because
instantly when I saw it, I thought, yeah, they're trying to show you that he's also evil. Once you resurrect them, they do not come back the same, because what dog crawls up on your bed like that and just
Yeah, I would.
and watches you.
no dog that I know of.
I thought that the dog was gonna like attack her.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I wish they
And, like-
made the dog.
And like, do you remember when when after she had woken up, like she like got resurrected or whatever, and then the dog had came into her? I thought like they were gonna connect since they both went through the same thing. I thought that they were gonna like join forces and be like two evil things, but no,
Transformers.
no, not
Transformers.
like I thought she would like eat the dog because
Yeah, like come together and have like a people/human, right?
Yeah.
That'd have been
Or maybe she could have used him as like her little sidekick, you know, like
right.
go
Get
attack that guy, get him. You know?
Yeah. So Shamir, you wanted to see him just grab her jugular in the bed, rip her apart.
Yeah. Yeah, with
But then
seeing how
what?
evil she got, the only evil like the dog really showed was like him growling at people. It was like,
Yeah.
No, but the dog did like that one night that
Childish,
that
you know?
no, he was in the they were like he was sleeping
in
at
the
the
lab.
lab and he was like teleporting and like moving things around. The chips bag ended up on top of the cabinet shelf.
That's true. The
So
fridge was like wide open and
exactly.
Yeah.
So he
I
did
was
have
like,
he had
how do you
powers.
open that top refrigerator door?
yeah.
Insane. Like they had some sort of the dog had some sort of psychic powers, and it's like
He was
obviously
just hungry and aggressive.
he wanted Scooby snacks. One thing I don't like, I mean, it's just it's part of the movie because she is evil. We can all agree to that.
Yeah.
But then there's that scene where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a little bit Catholic," you know, and like she puts the cross, and I don't know if it was a ring, like an engagement ring or something.
Yeah.
I felt like they could have like not explained, but just done a little better job at that. Like all she did was there was like a flashback, or I don't know if it was a flashback. It was probably like her actually like living that hell scene where she sees the chain in the hallway, and all she does is rip it off, and then there's that scene where she like lifts up from the couch.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't see the chain anymore. Like they needed, I think, a better, just to like explain better. Like, okay, I know this girl is evil and whatnot, but there's nothing that's gonna stop her from being evil. No little chain or what, no prayer cross, like, because it's just like, oh, I put it on her neck and it's all good at first, and then now it's like, no, rip it off. Like, I felt like they could have done a little more to show that, like, there's no good that's trying to help her. Like even that conversation at the end with the little girl, like, okay, come in the hallway, walk in. Like we all thought, oh, she's saved now.
That part is so not clear. I agree because they pay a lot of detail to her in more than one scene rubbing on the crucifix. Well, it's a cross. And you think at some point, like, I don't know, like where did that necklace go? Did it just burn off?
It just fell off.
I thought it would burn her, a hole in her neck being that she's so full or something, but yeah, that just.
I don't know. I think they probably threw that in because Lazarus is a biblical reference.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's
true.
just there to. Because people see that as like a protection, like
right,
as I wear a cross, like
right, and that's what I'm saying. Would burn a hole in her neck at some point, like because it is seen as protection, and in almost every horror you see a cross somewhere, upside down or used and held to people's foreheads, and it burns, but.
But then again, there was also a scene where when she was evil, like completely possessed, like she was quoting scripture. She was saying like a prayer, and I was like, "What?" Like
that's something that I'm curious. Who came up with the name, the Lazarus Effect? Was it the doctors or just the title of the movie? Like they called the serum, the serum, the Lazarus Effect.
Yeah, the Lazarus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they say that they wanted the serum to just give people a second chance so that they could bring them back to life, not heal them, right? Because they're like, oh, look, the dog's cataracts are healed. Yeah. So that's one thing I didn't understand as well. Like, okay, you're bringing them back from the dead. Okay, they're alive, but that means they still have cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
he also said to give doctors a second chance, and I guess or giving them more time to figure out what's wrong with the person. So he kind of gave pro on both sides. Doctors get more time, and that individual gets a second chance at life.
Yeah.
Yeah, with cancer too, I guess.
With cancer.
Another movie like that I call that people try to play God. I think it was like Flatline or something.
Flatline?
I heard of that. Sounds like
Remember
a
Flatliners? The Flatliners
oh, the Flatliners.
or Flatliners or something like that, where they like stop the girl's heart and like she comes back like with so much like talents or whatever,
Oh,
and like they turn evil or whatever.
yeah, it's here, 2017, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Who's in here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Feel like-
remake from a 1990 movie.
Ellen Page. Oh,
I feel like I've seen that on Netflix.
Yeah, it says here 5 medical students embark on a daring and dangerous experiment to gain insight into the mystery of what lies beyond the confines of life. The bold adventure begins when they trigger near-death experience by stopping their hearts for short periods of time. As the trials become perilous, each must confront the sins from the past while facing paranormal consequences of journeying to the other side. Wow, yeah, that sounds very similar.
good. Yeah, very similar. Yeah, a lot of these concepts are constantly reused. I feel like the DMT, you hear that a lot. And I even used it in writing one of my stories. Yeah, just it's like a chemical that everyone has.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, everyone has DMT inside of them?
DMT?
Yeah.
I thought so. Being that, it's connected with dreaming and, the doorway, as they called it in the film, between life and death.
Interesting.
It's interesting. But you know what I realized when you're in writing stories, you really don't have to put all the pieces together, because you see films like this and, many others where afterwards it may be a good film, but you're like, but that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still a good film, like, overall.
For sure. So let's talk about this. What were the most creepiest scenes for you, or the scariest, or you got scared the most from the entire movie? What was that scene that hit you the hardest?
That intro was ugly. I'll just say that. It bothered me in a very good way, but bad.
I feel like the dog scene when he looked under the curtain thing and then the dog was on top.
Growling at him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dog scenes were pretty creepy.
Was it the creepiest to you?
The creepiest to me was her killing her freaking fiance, just like squishing his brain. I was like,
yeah.
oh my God.
You're right.
That was too much.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I looked away on that part. Well, did any guts fly out? Because I didn't want to see that. Like the
No.
No.
See?
I don't remember them even showing.
So I think I read that. Do they even show these characters really being killed?
Well,
when she's squishing him, you just hear the right? But do you see the head squish like a grape?
no, you don't see the head squish like a grape, but you hear it crunching, and it cuts to him like
falling.
Cuts to the hallway scene falling,
Right.
and it's like he's gone, or the guy choking on the vape pen and he's not breathing anymore.
Oh yeah, you see his legs. They focus on legs shaking, but
Yeah. So I think that's what makes it like PG-13, like the
yep, that's it right there.
They don't focus so much on gore and on the death too much.
Yeah.
If this is rated R, bottom line, the eye would have flipped out the ear. It would have been.
Oh yeah, it would have been bad.
It was really bad.
I think it would have been good. I would have liked it.
Oh, it would have. I think it would have been better, but I mean, bad in the sense of like bad and gory.
Yeah. Terrible.
Dust away.
I
you, Shamir?
would find that creepy. She
I'm trying to
levitated.
think. Yeah, I wish they would have shown her like her body, like.
Oh yeah, like a.
Because they only focus, like a wider, or like someone walked in and then she's like levitating there,
like I thought the fiance was gonna walk in on her floating,
Who?
and like
Beyonce.
What?
Did you say Beyonce?
Yeah.
I think he meant to say fiance.
Fiance.
It sound like Beyonce.
Oh. I
What?
mean,
Boy.
Beyonce?
No,
or
we thought you said Beyonce.
No, I said fiance.
Oh, like what?
Yeah,
Got
it
it, got
sounded
it.
like you said Beyonce. That would have
Oh,
been funny.
I said the wrong term at
It-
first. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah. Beyonce walking in would have made it a sure 0.5.
Oscar picture of the year.
They would have been like, she would have been like, oh, the single lady.
No, I think she would have walked in with a
She
sheet.
would have been like, you better pick that up.
What?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring. Because she had the ring.
She would have walked in on with a sheet. A lot of her videos are so
Oh
artistic,
yes,
right? Shamir,
like a veil.
right, with just a veil, like. Because she got to be artistic about it.
But yeah, for me, the dog ones, like the one like from the trailer where she's covered in a sheet and she's
Oh
just
yeah.
sitting there. Yeah, I guess. I wonder if they use like a skeleton because the way the bone structure looked creepy. It didn't look like a human at first. Under the sheet, if you guys.
It didn't look like a thick human.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like some other like being, but I guess when they cut and came back, it looked like her.
That'd be interesting to know who did that shot, huh? They probably got like the PA on set to sit there and
Yeah, like
get in there. We need you. Slower.
Right. So that one creeped me out. I can't think of other one.
Oh, where everything is kind of floating in air. That always gets me. I'm sorry. Like that.
Oh, or the furniture.
And like fire supposed to. Yeah, like she's supposed to.
Oh, the last scene. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
the last scene when she was her skin was all
Her
disintegrating.
skin burning out.
Fire.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, open the
Her
door.
makeup too, and like her eyes all black.
Yeah.
That gets
Every
me.
time. Yeah, that was just like
Black eyes.
Black eyes. That's scary.
Point in.
Creepy. Imagine there's people like that actually get that tattooed on their eyes
Whoa.
permanently.
They're cool people, I'm gonna say.
I'm not joking.
I think I've seen that. I
Let me
believe you.
see.
What do you mean?
But I wonder, like, how do you do that? Like
They tattoo your eye. They're just like
with
and the
regular tattoo ink?
The ink falls in your eye and like it like blends in and it stays permanent.
It's a special.
Doesn't that hurt?
I don't think it's the same needle that's going in your skin.
I can't even like.
I ink. You can't do
How
that.
do oh my God! You touched your eyeball.
I touched the eyelid.
I'm scared to touch my eye. Like.
Sorry, kids. I don't mean to scare anybody, but
Oh, sorry. I showed Gio a trick. Now he's doing it. Don't touch your eye, Gio. You just touch the top of your lid. It's from Ace Ventura.
you guys see this?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's scary. That's not cool.
Cool. What the heck?
I mean, I won't be his friend, but
Look at this guy right here. This guy got an infection.
Ew.
That ain't no
Or look at the red one underneath that. Like,
yeah, look at the ladies.
oh God.
No, I'm sorry.
Why?
We can't be friends.
Yeah, straight up.
I need that eye contact.
Oh,
Yeah, you can get
could you
the eye
imagine
contact.
in the morning? Good morning.
Imagine waking up to that, like, hey, honey. And he's like,
Right.
Like, wide eye, like.
Right, because you know at some point they
It's
have
like-
to roll
it's like-
over. So
he's like, ooh, you need to dilate your pupils.
No.
right.
Say bye.
What?
Bye. You
I
ain't
wonder
gonna
if they
sleep
could
here.
even get that removed if they wanted to. Like, no.
No, they gotta put white ink back over it. You have to repaint it. Help us.
Oh my God.
Help us, Father.
Help us, Lord.
Where was
So
the scariest?
overall, what's our ratings though? What else? Oh, did we get everybody's scenes though? Did you all know?
No, Vinny, you said you had like a funny like scene.
yeah,
You thought
Oh, it was
hilarious.
that. It was the wink. I was gonna say it, but I already mentioned it.
Oh,
When she
I did
like,
not chuckle on that part.
I chuckled. I was like, oh my. I was like, this is so bad.
I was really
I was-
bothered. I was really bothered that he got choked.
Yeah, I was so bothered. I was like, especially with the vape pen, bro. Like, I mean, I know vape is not good for your lungs,
Being so rude.
but that's
She
not the
didn't have to
way.
use the vape pen. It could have been a nickel. It could have, or a quarter maybe. Could have been any.
Imagine that stuck on your
I
throat.
thought it was going to be the pin that she was moving in the beginning of the, and like halfway through the movie off the table. I thought she was going to use that to kill someone.
Right, because
They kept showing it.
right, kept putting emphasis on it. Did anybody notice, I guess, Childish Gambino's relationship in her in the beginning? Because they did tease
Oh,
that.
they did have a little moment.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
It was a thing.
or something.
Yeah. And because I was trying to figure out why she had that moment with him before she killed him, because that came back full circle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Came back full circle.
Give me kiss. No.
Yeah.
We'll then die.
Right.
Oh,
Why would you
no.
do
there was
that?
another scene that I laughed when they didn't do any special effects to her voice and she just talked low. She's like, "Is that because you have a syringe behind you?"
Oh.
When he's like, when Frank is walking down the aisle, like the hallway, and the lights turn off, and then she's like right next to him, is like, and then he says, "Oh, what are you doing?" "Oh, nothing." He's like, "Oh, is that why you have a syringe behind you?" When she said that, there was no sound effects. It was just her voice. Oh man, I laughed. I was just like, I
It
chuckled.
didn't me out too much. But I was like, "Oh, you got caught now."
Yeah, like what do you expect? This girl hears your thoughts. I mean, he doesn't.
Right.
He
has it
didn't
right
know
behind
that.
his back, like,
Hi.
you won't know.
You think you gonna walk up to this 100% brain user
Right.
and just get her with the syringe?
Damn.
Broad daylight.
For real.
Maybe if you were thinking about like popsicles while you're walking out there, like popsicles, popsicles. And then just like, wait, why do you think about popsicles? Kabow!
Ah!
Right.
Like Michael Jackson or just be like, Shamu.
Oh man. That was
At that moment again, he wasn't believable. I'm like, he's not gonna make it out of this alive. He's not.
he ain't.
The acting is terrible.
Yeah,
Not
it was too sus, like, or telling the girl, just wait here, I'll do this. You know, like, bro, get out of there.
Yeah,
Don't play
I still love you.
I still love you. Like, no.
We're gonna get through this.
It would have been good if he left, you know? It would have been.
But then again, they couldn't, because remember they were trying to escape. She had all the doors that kind of locked.
True. But let's say they did escape. It would have been totally different to see how the movie would progress. Like, okay, we left. We're gone. We're free from her. Let's go and get the heck out of here. And then, like, just like a chase. Like, yeah, the shows up at the house. Like, having a different scene, or like having her like actually just go against the world.
Scene. You got $3 million?
Oh yeah, another $3 million? No, I don't got another $3 million for you. You gotta figure it out.
We can go in the backyard. I don't know.
That would have been good. I think it would have been like added more, like her stopping like at nothing to kill them.
Yeah. Oh, I just imagine her in the street, like stopping all the 16-wheelers.
Carrie vibes.
Right. X-Men too. A lot. That's probably why they stopped. They just said, we got to stop it here.
We got to end it here.
Right.
We're out of money. That's a wrap.
All right.
1 to 5. What's y'all rating, though?
I give it a 4.
What?
A clean 4.
That boy gave a 4. That's fine. I'll take out Gio's 4 is good.
Okay.
A clean 4.
From 2 to 4.
Gotta watch some more horrors, man. Because then it's, what's a 5 then, Gio?
Like,
yeah, what's a 5?
I give it a 4, not comparing it to other movies. I give it a 4 just for itself.
Okay.
Like, that's a good movie. But compared to others, I'll give it like a clean 3.
Compare it to others, meaning like the best horror movie I feel like I've ever watched was like Get Out, Us, Quiet Place.
Oh, then it definitely gets like a 2.5.
Okay, there we go. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about like best horror movies out here, and then the worst. Like,
Then it definitely gets a 2.5 to 3, mid right there, clean right there.
Right, clean, clean.
It's clean.
Yeah.
I say the same thing. I'd probably give it a 3. Maybe 3.5.
Whoop.
Three and a half. 3. I'll give it 3, just because I'm generous. And
like
I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but it wasn't not that bad. It was okay. It was not horrible. Maybe I haven't seen horror films to give it this high of a rating, so maybe I need to do that. But it's not bad.
Yeah, I watch more action adventure movies than I do like horror.
Yeah.
Same.
For me, yeah, I give it a 3 as well. Because it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I think the acting and stuff. I think it was pretty solid.
I agree. I thought about it before I laid down and went to sleep. It was a 3 for me. It's a 3, because then I thought of course we can't compare this to Jet Li, but a lot of us said 2.5, 2.8, because Jet Li had it was a lot missing, but this one, it pretty, I don't think there were too many boring spots.
I
right?
would go, like, if it was in theaters, I would go buy it.
If it was on
If
DVD, you would buy it?
it was in theaters, I would go buy a ticket.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I wouldn't mind watching it.
Yeah, it's something to pass the time. That's how it gets a 3. My 2s, it's like, bruh, you better have a good explanation. We're watching this right now. And yeah.
I was looking at, for example, what was that movie you were saying, Gio? The Flatliners?
Flatliners.
That movie got a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
4?
That sounds like a 1 or 2 stars. So yeah.
But you can't always trust Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes.
I know, but I've never seen that low score as 4%.
Up the others, Vinny, because this is why I stopped looking at their ratings, because some of my favorite horrors, they be giving them like a 3, and I'm like, I'm gonna find y'all.
All right, fine. I'll watch movies to judge them, but when I don't watch a movie, I'll go to either Rotten Tomatoes or like IMDb. IMDb is good.
Yeah,
I didn't like Flatliners. I never said that.
Okay, you see, that's what I'm saying.
I just said it reminded me of it. I didn't even like it. Flatliners got boring. Like, it was fun. It was like interesting in the beginning because, like, okay, she died and they brought her back to life and she started playing the piano like Beethoven. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then it got boring and I was like, okay, I'm done. And I didn't even watch the full movie.
I get you.
So it deserved that 4%. I wouldn't recommend go watching it.
I don't know, because there's some rotten, like what Chantel said, there's some movies that are really decent movies.
And they botch
and
it.
They rate it like really low, and I'm like, whoa, like
it makes you think, right? Like,
I like to watch, like, what I do is I use the audience.
Yeah, I use the Google reviews, like.
It's hard because critics nowadays are too critical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're too critical. So I rather see what people are saying, not what movie buffs are saying.
Gave others 83%.
Yeah.
That's a solid movie, boy, because that end, you cannot beat the others ending. You can't beat it.
I was surprised it didn't win, man. Like, I was like really wanting it to win. It's a good movie.
That's
Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
I feel like the teens just like voted because like the picture was whack. It was like,
that's exactly it.
That movie poster, they didn't watch the trailer.
Yeah, we're talking about y'all.
For real.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why some clips would be helpful because they're going based off how it sounds and exactly how that cover looked, basing the book by. That's exactly. And look at the others. There's nothing appealing about the cover of that. It's just a woman with a lamp.
With a light.
Yeah.
I'm asleep. But look at Lazarus Effect. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's something in her pupil. I don't know who that's supposed to be and whoever designed this, why that was important to see that little light.
See a little human.
Yeah, it's a human in there actually. So it looks so much more appealing. Like, what? Black eyes? We gotta watch this black eye movie, right?
True,
sure.
true.
They see the scars or like the veins.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
we
red
put
is
across,
very like
right.
coffee color.
Yeah, maybe if Nicole Kidman had a knife or blood from her mouth.
Really quick, fun fact. There's this film another film called The Lazarus Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And it says it was made in Zambia. Sounds like Zimbabwe, but it's a country in Africa. But it's a 30-minute film track of several people who were seriously ill but returned to a healthier condition in a short period of time after starting free retrieval drug therapy. But they were HIV positive patients. That's what it was. So kind of interesting, of a movie that already existed, and it looked like it doesn't look. I don't know if it's a real movie.
What year?
It looks like a movie. It says 2010. It's a documentary film movie. I'm gonna send it right here.
It sounds like a doc.
Yeah, it is a doc because it shows a picture of a lady, and it shows her like her before and after from when she started, and at the end how she's healed. Like it's like a picture of her. But I just thought that was pretty interesting how this actually came from. I think it might have come from a movie or a documentary movie or something that's true. So something to keep that in mind, or just a fun fact.
It's interesting.
But yeah, I was gonna let you guys know. I wanted to let you guys know also that next week we'll be having our film podcast again. Join or go to our Instagram story. We'll be posting the polls for today, Gio. So this week is going to be comedy versus thriller. So make sure you vote. And then we'll be posting the movie selections at the end. Another cool thing that Shamir and I do, we have this app called Letterbox where we rate movies. So if you want to rate your movies and post it on this app, it's kind of like a social media platform where you can just rate movies. Post it there. We've been rating the movies we've watched, not only from the film podcast, but throughout the weeks or days, especially now in quarantine. Very cool.
I voted for The Carriers.
You did?
I was really disappointed.
Why didn't you vote for the others?
It looked like it was gonna be another Jet Li type of movie. I was like,
Really? See? Kids.
Did you watch the trailer? Like,
no. Why watch it?
I looked at the cover. If the cover looked cool,
no, bro, you can't just judge off the cover.
Right.
Carriers. I was like Carriers. I was like, that might be a zombie movie.
Right.
It was a pandemic movie.
Yeah.
And then
like
more
I
people
would love to.
It's like
we should do Fred. We should do Fred 3. That's a thriller. Fred 3.
Fred?
Yeah.
What's
Fred 3? You guys ever seen Grown Ups?
Yes.
I love that movie.
I hope thriller wins. Let's just say that.
Same. I love thriller movies.
Make sure y'all vote.
Anyways,
yep.
I think that does it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We hope to see you all in the next one. Gio, tell your friends. Tell Jose to join on this, bro. Jose is all the way in. Where's he living right now?
Hialeah.
Oh, I thought he moved to like North Carolina or something.
No.
Whatever. Oh, he's still here then. Tell him to join. Doesn't matter.
All the way in Hialeah.
Hialeah.
Vinny.
Yes.
I have a question.
What?
Where did your Instagram account go?
Oh. You stalking me, boy?
Oh no. I went to go archive my post on my main page, and I pressed the tag, and it was like user.com. I was like, I know I didn't get blocked. And then I went on Yukani's page to see if the tag was there. And I was like, where'd this boy's Instagram go?
I disabled it. I didn't block you.
He's
I was
going on a
I've been off the
break.
grid. I've been
Yeah.
off the grid.
I
I'll
was
probably,
like,
I'll
how'd
probably
you
come
dis-
back this week. You should try it. It's good. You don't
Let's
social
try it.
media. It's not fun.
how'd you disable it?
All right, tell us, Vinny.
You go on Instagram.com.
Mm-hmm.
You go to settings, profile, and then you can disable your account. It doesn't delete it.
Oh, because I can't do it from the app.
Right, you can't go from the app.
You can't do it through the app. You have to go
You have
on
to
your
do it
computer.
on a browser.
Okay.
Browser. So you just all your posts, your page gets deleted, but you don't like not deleted. It's just you just ban it temporarily, and then once you log back in, it's all there. So it looks like you're deleted, but you're not. So you'll see me one of these
I was
days.
like, this boy is off. I was like, this boy disappeared off the grid. I was like, wait a second.
Nah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
But all right, thanks for shouting my Instagram out on the podcast, even though no one will see me.
No, he didn't at you, did he?
No,
At Video Guru.
my page doesn't exist, so you won't see me, guys. Sorry.
It's a good thing, you guys. Stay away from social media sometime, unless you're checking your media site.
Exactly.
That's it. Get off.
All right. Please go to our page, vote on the movies, genres that we have, and please join us on the next one.
Who watches these? Are these posted on YouTube?
Yes.
Yes.
Bro.
We're waving now. Later.
Later.